Hey YouTube, it's Nika. I'm back with another video. So this video is going to be a little different. I wanted to come on here and kind of explain. So in this video, I will be going over a little bit of my journey with my dental surgery procedure and all of that I had done. If you don't know, I do have periodontal disease. So this will kind of just be to explain like what happened during my surgery, my recovery, that whole nine on that. Explain a little bit of what periodontal disease is. It's basically like a gum disease slash infection in your gums that can affect your bones with your teeth. So like bone loss. It can also affect like your jawbone, things of that sort. So like you might be brushing your teeth and notice that you have like blood coming out a little bit, or your teeth may be a little loose, things of that sort. So we found out when I had braces, actually. So my bottom braces became a problem. I did have top and bottom braces. So my bottom braces were to the point where my gums were swelling, but they were coming through the wiring of my braces. So they did want to take the braces off, but unfortunately, it was a lot of bone loss. My teeth were very loose, and it caused me to have to be referred to a specialist. They did run tests. They did x-rays to kind of see like if it was treatable or if it was something they could do to prevent it. Unfortunately, I did do a lot of deep cleanings, which is where they take dental tools and go under your gums and kind of like flush out the bacteria and plaque or anything that may get under their food and all that gross stuff. I did that for a while, and recently I decided that's not something I wanted to continue. It did seem like my periodontal disease was getting progressively worse, even though I had been doing treatments. So my issue was it was exposing more and more of my root for my teeth. So like when you smile, I noticed from a course of years, more and more of my bone was being exposed, like up here by the root of my teeth. And I didn't really like how that looked. So I did go to another specialist. Not just because of that, but I did have a tooth that broke. One of my wisdom teeth or so broke. Okay, so one of my wisdom teeth did break when I was eating. I did go to a dentist, and the lady referred me to a hygienist. It took months to get appointments with her and the hygienist. I do have kind of like a little bit of like a food allergy thing going on, so it kind of delayed me being able to actually get treatment with the hygienist to the point where I went and got help from another specialist because the tooth just kept breaking after the initial break. It became very intolerable to the point where I was prone to like an abscess. And it was at the top of my mouth, like over here, and it was very noticeable. Like if I smile, you could see a hole, and it was gross. And it was very sensitive to like hot and cold foods as well. So I did go get x-rays done. I was given my options with this provider. She did say that they could fill like cavities, they could try to do treatment. I meet with the hygienist again and they continue, or I could do implants. Well, from this video, you're going to see that I did choose the implant route. I will probably go more in depth later on about what I chose and why I chose it. Even photos and videos. I will include some stuff in this video. Other stuff, if you guys want to see or know or have questions, just ask and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But yeah, this is my journey. Thanks for watching. Okay, just wanted to come on here and go over the medicine for the surgery. I got 500 milligrams of amoxicillin. They're kind of big, which I have to take for 1 hour before the surgery. And then I got 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. Basically, take 1 tablet every 6 to 8 hours for pain as needed. Of course, they're huge. If y'all know me, I'm not a pill person at all, so this is gonna be a struggle. And then I got trazolone, 0.25 milligrams, and I have to take 2 pills an hour before the surgery, and these are little. So just wanted to give a quick update on that. I'm going any other medications I may have, a minimum of 1 day before the surgery and a minimum of 1 day after the surgery, just because of the type of medicine she's giving me and the anesthesia. It won't mix well. Okay, so I know I kind of been a little MIA. I did just want to give a update on the whole teeth situation. So I went in for the consultation before the surgery. I want to say like maybe a couple weeks before the surgery or whatever, maybe like 2 weeks or so, maybe even a month, I don't know. They have you pick out like the color of your gums, the tooth color. They go over size and all that stuff. They have you fitted and they start the process to make the teeth. They also have you fill out the paperwork. So when you go or whatever, for the day of your surgery, legally I was told no papers can be signed that day because I'm heavily sedated or whatever. So I did pick up prescriptions. I had to take the prescriptions I'm showing you guys in the little clip or whatever. My actual pain medicine for after the surgery, I didn't get that until like a week after the surgery itself. So by then it kind of did me no justice. So I basically took the little pill. I want to say it was like the little blue pill or whatever that I showed. Yeah, that's no joke. As soon as I took that pill, probably within 15 to 30 minutes, baby, I was out of there. Like, I felt fine. As soon as I stood up, shit show. Couldn't even walk straight. You would have thought I was drunk or something. So basically, I went with the general anesthesia. The general anesthesia had me a little nervous. It's just for the simple fact, you awake basically. Very like out of it with the pills and stuff she gave me, and then her doing the local anesthetic. And if y'all know me, y'all know I hate needles, which is crazy, but we ain't gonna get into that. So my surgery itself went rather fast. They did make it to where someone had to sit there the entire time during my surgery, like in the waiting room. They can't leave, they couldn't step out. I guess they want to make sure you don't try to drive or take Lyft or anything of that sort. They don't want to probably be held responsible. So that time after my surgery, I was so far out of it. And if y'all know me, y'all know I hate taking like pills. I'm not your pill person. Don't do the whole needle thing. I might get into that later. That might be another story. But yeah, that night, like they try to put the gauze in. They put the teeth in, so you don't leave with no teeth in your mouth. Everybody leave with teeth. But I'm a heavy bleeder because I have periodontal disease. So, long story short, there's blood everywhere because I'm a heavy bleeder and y'all just pulled out most of my teeth. So, these are the teeth. they're my temporaries. I will have to show you guys how they look when they're not in. So my bottom is a bridge, and then the top is a full piece. I may go back at another time and get like a more permanent option, because we did discuss that, but I feel like right now for the situation, this is the best option for me in the healing process, because there was a lot going on with my gums, having periodontal disease, because the more permanent option is not for everybody, but that's something you and your dentist gotta kind of figure out. So I was on a soft food diet for 90 days. Technically, I want to say it's probably a little more than 90 days, because you will learn very quickly how you take certain foods for granted, such as like French fries. Me trying to eat a McDonald's French fry after having that surgery, whether these teeth are in or they're out, is a no. Oh, you can't drink out no straw. If you know me, I'm like, come on, like I will forget. I literally had to catch myself. Like, I would go get drinks when I'm like out, just getting like shakes and stuff, and they give you a straw. You automatically just pop it up and put it in a cup. Don't think nothing of it, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't drink out of a straw. Things like chicken, burgers, all that you used to eating, baby, no. It's gonna be a whole lot of yogurt, whole lot of pudding. There's a whole lot of pudding, oatmeal, yogurt, things of that sort. You really can't like bite down. I couldn't drink out of a straw, I want to say, for at least 2 weeks, and that's just because they want your gum area to like your blood to clot the gum area where they pulled the teeth from. And like I said before, I'm a heavy bleeder, so I've had issues where I've had a tooth pulled in the past, and what was supposed to have been a clot for the for it to heal, baby, turned into me coming back trying to figure out if we doing stitches or not, like what's going on. My pain, I'm not gonna say it wasn't painful per se. I think my pain tolerance is maybe kind of high in a sense, or maybe pain doesn't register to me like it might for other people. It was definitely irritating, I can say that. So like, how something is like tolerable, but it be so consistent it's irritating. I feel like it's a mental thing. It's like that. My first couple of weeks was horrible. So for the first like 2 weeks straight, I had to sleep sitting up. My dentist did tell me if I lay down, like, I guess when you lay down, your blood rushes to like your, like it's like this instead of your body being at an angle. So with you laying down, your blood and all the swelling kind of rushes to your face. If you're sitting up, I guess it's flowing a little better or something, I don't know. But anywho, that was difficult because I don't like sitting up, which I already have issues anyway, but I can't lay completely flat. But yeah, sitting up was not it. I did get a little bit of bruising towards the end of my 2-week time frame of, after surgery. I had a little yellow greenish bruising in here. It wasn't nothing like super noticeable, because I literally didn't notice it until like the end of the 2-week time frame after I had the surgery. But I think what made me notice it was like the yellow green, because it was like in this area.